Welcome to episode 2 of A2SOS's Useful Tech Tips. Today we are discussing digital overload and how to organize yourself. First, don't look at this as another task you have to accomplish, but rather a form of self-care. If your files aren't organized, you can become frustrated and overwhelmed. You can also waste a lot of time and money by keeping files you don't need or duplicating files just because you can't find them. Here are my tips for cleaning up, organizing, and feeling more assured with your digital filing system. My first tip is to set aside 15 minutes a day to try and organize. As with any practice, you will become more efficient the more often you do it. My second tip is when either you take a picture, create a document, or read an email, decide immediately if you like the photo you took. You need to keep that document you created or save that email you just read. If you don't need it, delete it. This is a step you can start right away. If this is the only thing you remember from this lesson, you will increase your productivity, decrease your clutter, and lessen your frustration. My last tip is to create a meaningful system for yourself.
So this segment of the video is going to be about how to use folders and create them and then move stuff into them, move files into them. So what I'm in right now is what's called File Explorer on my PC, and you'll see that I am right now, if you look down at the bottom of the screen, you'll see a little icon that looks like a folder, and that's where I'm at in my application. So first thing I'm going to do is I always start in downloads because that's usually where everything gets muddled up because attachments usually are stored there first. So the first thing I'm going to do is I find this file that I really need to actually keep. I don't need to delete it, and so what I'm going to do is move this to the appropriate folder. So I'm going to go up to my toolbar. I'm going to click on Cut, and then I'm going to go to my Documents folder. I'm going to select A2SOS Training, because that's where I want to put it. Double tap on it. And then I'm going to paste it into this particular folder. Right now, the view I'm looking at is not a view that I would use. So normally I would use detailed view, which was what you saw when I was in downloads. The system will automatically change the view that you're in based on the files you have actually in the particular folder. So I'm going to switch that right now. So what I'm going to do is go to the menu bar where it says View. I'm going to click that. I'm going to change it from large icons to detailed view. And the reason I like it is because you can sort by name, status, date, type, size, tags, however you want to sort it. It's just helpful to have it. I usually use, like if you wanted to find the last file you downloaded or the last file you created, you can sort it by date. So the next thing I'm going to do is create a new folder because I have a week one, but I know that this doesn't relate to week one and I need to create another folder. So what you do is go to your toolbar, select new folder, or click on new folder, and then type the name that you would like to have the folder be. So I'm going to type 2-week. Then I'm going to sort by name because I was sorted by date, and now you can see that it goes week 1, week 2. And now I'm going to move this particular, because I know it relates to that, week 2, I'm going to move this particular file to that folder. So the first thing the other thing I'm going to do is go straight up to Cut, and then I'm going to go to week 2, double tap, and then I'm going to click Paste. So if you look up here on the screen, you can see where I'm at. It says this PC, Documents, A2SOS Training, 2 weeks. Now if I want to go back to A2SOS Training, I can easily just tap it. So So that's a short explanation of how to create folders and how to move files into those particular folders.
This application is on the Mac and it's called Finder. It is very helpful in being able to find your files. If you look at the top of the screen, right now we're in what's called Downloads, and that is the place where most of your documents that you receive through an email or an attachment or you click on, that's the default place where all of your documents will be stored from that kind of action. I am right now currently in column view, which is helpful not necessarily in downloads, but will be helpful when we move into documents. So we can start off on list view, which is the second one. That will allow us to see the documents that are in downloads. You'll see them, you can sort by name again, you can sort by size, size and kind, just like you can on a PC. And what I would do was start here and go through your downloads folder and see what you can delete. The first thing I see is this. I'm going to delete it by single clicking on it and going over to the three dots with the arrow next to it. I'm going to click on the arrow and I'm going to click on move to trash. So I want to keep this file that I see here next on my list in downloads. So I'm going to single click on it. I'm going to go here to my three dots again, and I'm going to hit copy. Now I know that I'm going to want to put this in my cloud. So on the left hand side, I'm going to click on iCloud Drive. Then I'm going to click on Documents, double click. Then I'm going to click on A2SOS Training, double click. And then I'm going to go here to the three dots and paste my item, by clicking on Paste Item. So now it's been pasted into the A2SOS Training. I would like to change or create another folder under here. So what I'm going to do is now click on my three dots and click on new folder. And then I'm going to type week 2. So now I can click on this and drag it. So click and drag it to week 2 and then let go of my mouse and it brings it into week 2. If I double click on week 2, I can now see it's in there. And that's the simple and easy way to create folders and move them and delete them in the Finders application on a Mac. So what we're going to talk about right now is how to organize your photos on your phone. So what you want to do is first tap on the Photos app. And right now at the bottom of the screen, you can see that I am in my library by the blue icon that is highlighted at the bottom of the screen. And right now I'm also in All Photos, which is right above where the search bar is. Next to that is days, months, and years. So if I tap on years, it will bring me to years. If I tap on months, it will bring me to months. If I tap on days, it will bring me to days, and then back to All Photos. So there's a really nice function. It's called facial recognition, and it allows you to search all your files for a particular face, and it's automatically set up within the photo app. So what you want to do is to access that, you want to go to Albums, and then you will scroll down, and where you see People and Places, you're going to tap on People, and then let's look for me. I'm right here. So I would tap on my face, and then you can see how it has organized and shows all of my pictures that are on my phone of me. and also anybody else that is included in those photos. So if I want to see more, I just hit show more, and then I can see more pictures of myself. Up at the top of the screen where it says my name, I would tap there if you wanted to change the name. Like say you know that that's not the right person, you could change the name, and then you could type the correct person, and then you can see that it actually highlights my contact, and then you can select Kathy Carswell. And then you just hit done, and now you've actually named the photo, because most of them won't, you have to name yourself. That's how you do it. So now I'm going to go back to my photo album, which is down at the bottom right where it says library, and that's how you find photos by facial recognition.